at home, work, and in the car. AM 1300 KGLO.
Your hometown news station, AM 1300 KGLO, streaming live online at KGLOAM.com and on the KGLO News Facebook page this morning. Good morning to you as we'll talk about a golf tournament that's coming up here on September 4th. And we have Jonathan Nance, the Executive Director of Friends of the Family, joining us in the studio once again after, what was it, a couple of weeks ago or a month ago? Or how long ago were you in the studio
as part of our month and a half ago? Yeah, be our guest segment, right?
With the Greater Mason City Chamber of Commerce, which, our last guest, hopefully you saw some results from that. Our last guest was in on Wednesday. We have phone calls, people calling in and wanting information about them too. So that's proves that's a good program that we have on. But first of all, before we talk about the golf tournament coming up, let's remind people that maybe did not, catch that interview. What exactly is Friends of the Family?
Yeah, Friends of the Family. So we're the designated lead agency in 25 counties in north central Iowa, northeast Iowa, eastern Iowa, Blackhawk, Tama, Grundy counties for housing services. So really the primary thing we do is work with other coordinating agencies, and we are looking to serve our most vulnerable homeless folks, individuals and families, population, and help transition them out of kind of homeless situations and into housing, and to kind of help offer them first steps towards stability. So
a lot of people may not think that we even have homeless people in the communities, but that is, that's something that, is just not a fact. It is there.
Yep, 100%. And in fact, right now, we have just over 50 some odd folks, families that are on a waiting list, that are designated in some capacity as homeless, that are waiting for housing. So it really is. There's a high need for additional units for housing here in north central Iowa. We work in 8 counties here in north central Iowa. There's lots of need. And we have worked with, again, individuals and families all the way out from Osage, Charles City, out west to Clear Lake, obviously here in Mason City. There's very high need. These folks often are facing pretty complex barriers. We work really intentionally with other service providers in the area, local government, PD, 43 North Iowa, crisis intervention, just all kinds of other great government orgs, local agencies to try to coordinate wraparound services and care for these folks. But there's absolutely high need to help serve some of these vulnerable families.
Well, obviously, you've mentioned all those organizations. Yeah. My follow-up question was going to be about, is there a typical way that you deliver those services? And just, going through all those agencies, obviously every situation's got to be unique.
Yep. You're 100% right. Every situation is absolutely unique. We start with a process, literally, if we're finding individuals or families that are in homeless situations living on the streets, we always start with a housing assessment. And so we might get a call from the PD, we might get a call from Northern Light Shelter, we might get a call from 43 North Iowa or crisis intervention that says, hey, we've got maybe someone fleeing a domestic violence situation, or we have someone that's literally homeless, living under a bridge. Right. And we'll kind of dispatch one of our caseworkers to go offer a housing assessment, try to meet some basic needs, begin case management. And then when we do kind of complete the housing assessment process, it puts them on what's called a prioritization list. For lack of better words, it's a waiting list. But that also starts, again, kind of activates some of the first steps towards trying to get many of these folks help, which again might be taking them to get ID, documentation, helping them get into the shelter, helping them get over to community health or the community kitchen, those kinds of things, if they're in need of those kinds of things. And it's just complex, and but we all got to work together, and we're all pulling the same direction. We really can address some of these issues.
Well, talk a little bit about the golf tournament that's coming up.
Yeah, so this is the first year we've been doing Put an End to Homelessness here in north central Iowa. It's been a very kind of successful event we've had down in the Cedar Valley area, Waverly. And yeah, just as we have tried to bring more awareness to Friends of the Family and again, some of the issues that homeless folks are facing here in North Central Iowa, having additional funding for again, specifically helping these individuals and families out of their homeless situations can really be crucial dollars. We don't use our funding. Our primary funding, again, is to offer case management and to help with rental assistance as these individuals and families are getting stable and able to start looking for jobs, transportation, healthcare, those kinds of things. But they're, again, most of the time they're moving into an apartment or a unit that doesn't have furniture. It doesn't have a fridge full of food. And those are usually the types of things that really can help offer stabilization when somebody moves into housing after being homeless. And that's why we do events like this, again, to raise awareness around, again, some of the issues that these folks are facing, but also to help better serve them and supplement some of the needs that they have that will really help bring them stabilization. So.
Well, if somebody's interested in coming out and golfing, I suppose we better let them know where they're going to go and how they get signed up. So,
yep, we're right here in Mason City at the Highland Park Golf Course on next Friday, September 4th. You can go to our website, fofia.org. You'll see both of our Put an End to Homeless ones. Just click on the North Central Mason City one. You can sign up for a team. It's just $300 for a team of 4. That includes food and a golf cart. We still have teams signing up. We've got great sponsors that have stepped up to the plate. Clint Thomas State Farm, Donna Eckerd, Century 21 Realty, First Citizens, Clear Lake Bank and Trust, lots of others that have all said, hey, we want to be hands in on addressing some of these issues and helping North Central get better.
Right.
But yeah, you can sign up at fofia.org for Mason City's Put an End to Homelessness. We've got about 10 teams that are going to be competing, raffles, prizes, gift cards. It's going to be a lot of fun. And it's a great way to start Labor Day weekend.
All right. Anything else you want to add about Friends of the Family we didn't touch on?
The last thing, and we'll be featuring this at the chamber, but we're in the process of transitioning to new offices right on South Delaware. So we're going to be on 105 South Delaware. It's going to be just a little clearer where we're at and what we do. We're just excited to be a part of kind of the busiest segment of the city, working with other local agencies to help serve our vulnerable population.
Excellent. Jonathan, we wish you the best on the golf tournament and appreciate you coming in again. So.
Yeah, thanks, Bob.
Alrighty, Jonathan Nance, the Executive Director, Friends of the Family, that golf tournament coming up on September 4th at Highland Park in Mason City. This is your hometown news station, AM 1300 KGL.